There's a lot of pressure from these hoes to stay connected. And by stay connected, I mean stay in the know, stay informed. I mean, make sure that you're up to date on all world political and current events. Make sure that you aren't ignorant and too privileged to care because the world is for you to carry. Okay, I'm going to say something that's could get me in a lot of trouble, and I'm learning that those are the edges that I want to play in because my belief is that we are never meant to carry the world's weight on our back, and that every person was designed to care about something, and that something is enough because there are almost 8 billion people on the planet, right? I might have the number wrong. And that is enough people to support the issues that need to be supported. If you are obsessed with veganism, go off. If you are obsessed with human rights, go off. If you are obsessed with making sure the environment is taken care of and we're cleaning up the mess, go off. If you are obsessed with making sure that women have equal rights, go off. LGBTQ, go off. Do you hear what I'm saying? There are so many things. If you are obsessed with what's going on in the Middle East right now, go off. If you are obsessed with making sure that we have free speech in everywhere, whatever, go off. If you're obsessed with your community's ability to be up to date and getting resources and empowering small businesses, people to follow their dreams and to sustain the economy, go off. There are so many things. But do you hear me listening? You're probably already getting bored. You're like, hey, shut up. Like, go to the next thing. What are you trying to say here? It's because if I went on and on and on about all of the events, the current events, the world issues, the chaos, the things that are just not in alignment, the oppression, the this, the that, we couldn't talk about all of the issues because there are literally we have so many. And then not to mention out of those umbrellas all of the little sub points, and then the sub points, and then there's the macro and then the micro. There's the international and the national. There's the national and the regional, and then the regional, and then the micro. There's the what's happening in your backyard. Oh, I'm sorry, once again, what's happening in yourself. Because we can be passionate and we can go after the things that we love. We can make sure that we're supporting our communities and we're supporting even on a bigger level. I mean, don't stop there. But are you exhausting yourself trying to care about literally everything, or just not trying to, just naturally? Because thank God you're an empathetic human. Are you caring about everything so much? You're feeling the weight. It's hard to get out of bed. You're in pain. You're exhausted. You're sad. You're stressed. Oh, and you have some shame because if you're not fully up to date, then what does that mean about you? Why aren't you helping with your privilege and your resources and your knowledge and your safety? But I've said this a million times. If you're depleting yourself with the stress of all of that, you're not even in your safety and your overflow and your power anymore. And that doesn't actually do anyone any good. So here's what I tell people who are obsessed with trying to heal the entire world. I get it, okay? Pick a thing. Pick a problem. Any problem. There's a lot. It's great. Lucky for you, there's an abundance. I know that's the problem. And be passionate in that. Support it through your activism and whatever that may be. That's the other thing. There's so many different ways to support. You can support by voting with your dollar, supporting companies that are supporting those things. You can support it by directly paying the organizations, the people, the nonprofits that need your help, the grassroots, whatever. You can start a business. You can start speaking on it. You can hold information groups. You can start a YouTube channel, a podcast. You could write a book. You could gather with people in your community and find ways to make change together. There are so many things that you can do in order to actually shift the world around you. But if you're trying to take on too much, you're gonna break. You're literally your back is gonna break. And that's what I'm learning now. And there's especially around COVID. COVID was the time where everyone was like, here's your laundry list of things that you need to care about and you need to have activism about. And it's like, I will say I'm grateful for that time because I learned a lot about a lot. But I was so shameful and debilitated by the pressure of what it meant to show up as like a good, conscious, woke person. I know that was like the time. I know some people were very anti that, but I was definitely like, I want to be that person. And we get to listen to each other's stories, but my goodness, just have genuine connection with people and diversify your friend groups and, try to travel a little or try to watch things that are maybe on the opposite side of what you listen to normally and just try to experience some culture and enrichment. And you can just relax knowing that your passion, your heart is pulling you exactly where you need to go. And that person's passion is going exactly where they need to go. And that person's passion is going exactly where they need to go. We can't do everything. We can't care about everything to that degree. We can care about everything, but we can't care about everything. You know what I'm saying? And this comes up because there's always heated hot button topics on all sides of the fence, on all sides of the world, on all sides of the globe. There always has been and there always will be. So it is, can you stay in your state of joy and overflow? Can you pour where you want to pour the most? And can you, of course, yeah, we do want people to be humanitarians. We do want people to be contributing and empathetic and trying to make this world a better place. I hope everyone does that in some way, shape, or form. But don't let anybody try to tell you what's more important than what your heart really is. If you're all about freaking teaching kids how to foster their own garden, great. If you're all about having people learn basic communication skills, great. If you're all about empowering young women to date more healthily, great. So, like, listen, you're making the world a better place just by your being. If you're really passionate about Israel, great. If you're really passionate about Palestine, great. Honestly, I'm not here to argue what's right and what's wrong. I can understand many perspectives, and I even have some of my own, but I'm not here to be doing that. I'm here to see the humanity in everyone and understand that your passion lies where it lies. That's where its best use is. You are best for your passion. You are best for your personal pain point. Or if something didn't happen to you in the world, maybe it's happened on a greater scale and it just moved you so much that you want to fly across the world and support people in a completely different country or place. Amazing, beautiful. There are people who, those are people who are moved by that. Let them be moved by that. So it's like, I don't know if it's a virtue signaling thing, but I definitely see that in the world. Everybody wants everyone to care about what they care about. And I just want you to know that people are full of care and they have their own cares. And first and foremost, it may sound selfish, and I'm well aware that many people can't receive this message, but your highest self can, and your highest self knows that when you pour into yourself first, everything can overflow. You have to put on your own oxygen mask, even before you follow your niche, passion, pain point, problem in the world. And again, that doesn't need to be your entire existence. Just let it be something that you contribute to. Because most important is your ability to show up as the best version of you. I've heard time and time again people say that authenticity is a higher frequency than love, which just blows my mind because my name means love. So I wanted to be like, but I'm the best. Okay. Anyways, no, but like literally, we're all taught about love and love being the highest. Authenticity. Authenticity, because think about it like this, like, I guess, what is love if it's not even true? Authenticity is the highest form of love. Authenticity is love in many ways because you could show love, but if it's not authentic, it doesn't mean anything. The truth sets you free, right? Like if you were in a partnership and your partner didn't truly love you, would it be better to be in this love energy, even if it was they were doing all the right things and showing up in all the ways that you wanted, but it wasn't true? Or would it be better if they just let you be free because they're authentically not right for you? You see what I'm saying? And so this is what I'm talking about in our day-to-day lives. Like authenticity is the highest frequency. And when we aren't living our authentic lives, what do we even have? When we're not being our authentic selves, what do we even have? Who are we even being? That does not raise the vibration. That does not help others free themselves. And so much of what we talk about in this world is about freedom. Free to be you, free to experience what we all deserve to experience, whatever being, shape, or form you are. So start to be that, or you're not making a difference. And I'd like to add that we are not meant to know so much. We've never known as much as we've known. Only in the past less than 50 years, I mean, really the past like 20 years or less even, have we really been this inundated with information. So, what are you going to do? Like, shame the generations before for just not having known? And now that we have the ability to know, we should know everything all the time and be giving in all the ways. Like, no, we aren't even meant to know this much. And when I say, I mean, we are meant to be exactly where we are in this time space iteration, but you can see how it's not serving us. You can see how we have higher levels of anxiety and depression than we've ever had before. Addiction, loneliness, things in the mental health space, as we well know, and community space, social well being. Not great. This isn't to be doomsday at all. This is a moment of opportunity. This is a moment of liberation to remind yourself there's nothing you need to do. That's not the answer. Great, we have that data. Wonderful. Let's unplug. Let's reconnect with one another. Let's follow our joy. Let's be authentic. Let's pour into ourselves so we can be the best humans we can possibly be on this planet. So we can shine and radiate and lift the tides. Because that is where the shift happens. And it happens more than ever in your own communities and in your own backyards. I saw recently, and by the way, I don't really care about Burning Man. I've never been, so I'm not gonna like make a comment on my opinion. I've never been, so who am I to speak on this? But I did see someone make a joke, which I really thought was great, which was like, you're building all this here, like build in your own communities. And my opinion is you can build both because I understand Burning Man is like an expression and it's art and it's a chance to, have this freedom here now, immediately, like this kind of instant gratification of the freedom. Fine. I literally don't care. I'm not even shaming that. I'm a fucking Aries. Like, I wanted it yesterday. Okay. I get it. But how about, yes, do that and in your communities? And maybe those people already are wonderful. I'm not saying they're not. But I loved that message just in general of do it in your community. Bring it home. Bring all that work that you're putting out or the crying you're doing on the internet or whatever you're doing and bring it home. I promise I'm crying on the internet and I'm doing this at home. Um, it is my practice to bring the highest level of consciousness I can wherever I go and to raise the tides in the ways that I want to raise them in my own life. So I do it here so that I can proliferate that there, so that I can help people, so I can lift them, so I can celebrate them. So you see what I'm saying? And part of that is really just being magnetic and being in your highest vibration, you don't even have to do so much heavy lifting. Life is so much less of like a push and a pull and so much more of a we're rising together. So remember that. You were never meant to be this inundated. It's not serving you. We can see it in the data. Let's come back to ourselves and our people. It's really simple. And remember that if you don't believe that you've earned that or you don't believe this, hmm, the part of me that doesn't feel worthy of rest, that doesn't feel worthy of joy, that doesn't feel worthy of authenticity and connection and expression, that doesn't feel worthy of being, honors, sees, and recognizes that in you. I know that it's conditioned in us to think the opposite. Let's really, really, really push back on that. I hope that you have the most beautiful day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And if you're here to live fully, fulfilled, lit, luscious, radiant, magnetic, no longer contorting, no longer self abandoning, no longer trying to be everything for everyone else. If you're an empathetic, loving type of person with a really big heart who sometimes skin feels inside out, that's me, ya boy. And you're probably gonna unsubscribe now. Shit. Subscribe. Subscribe if you like it here. And I'm making videos every single day on, shit like this and whatever feels real. By the way, I don't know who this is. Does anybody? I'm a guest in someone's home right now. I should probably ask. Do we know? Great bod. Okay. Hope you guys have the most beautiful day. Bye.